It's like, is this the year for Ohio State? Hey, we hope so.
Yep.
We hope so.
Come on, Buck.
Do you feel the same way as AQ though? Deep down, do you like we're gonna have to do it though?
I'm not hopeful. I'm way more than hopeful for this team, no doubt. I think I texted you during the first game they played. I think talking about Will Howard and their defense, how impressed I was.
Georgia though.
Yeah.
Texas
too.
There's some great teams. Yeah, I'm not saying there's some unbelievable teams up there now. It's going to be a fun playoff season.
Isn't that crazy? Like the Michigan game, and obviously we all thought it was going to go differently. We thought it was going to be close, especially with Wink and everything that their team is. Hey, we're going to play physical. Most physical teams, especially with 111,000 behind them, going to keep that game close. That's what I thought was going to happen. Instead, Texas goes in there and does their dance. Did you see at the top of the tunnel before they came out, they had a little Boosie playing?
Yeah.
And it looked like they were the home team. Michigan was jogging out of their tunnel to go down the big tunnel that has the team on it, that has been the home of a couple fights in the past.
Yep.
One way in, one way out for both teams in Michigan. I've never played there, but I've gotten a chance to be there. It is it's a cool place. It is a very cool place. But Texas is watching Michigan come out of the tunnel at the very beginning of the game. Sark standing there. They got Boosie playing in the tunnel. And it looks like, the visual was like, oh, this Texas team knew.
Yeah. They seem pretty confident, right? They seem pretty confident coming out of an away team's tunnel as well.
It looked like it was their tunnel. And that was the first time I think they've ever played there. I think that was they were obviously being talked about how 111,000, this is the big house, this is going to be this. It didn't feel like this Texas team was worried about a damn thing, the entirety. And I'm talking about people on the sideline. I'm talking about even whenever they have a couple turnover, they have a turnover on down or whatever, and it happens like you miss a kick and it goes back the other way. There wasn't even a single we're going to be okay. That type of confidence, I think, only comes from a team that truly thinks they can go. And it's either there's real that and then there's fake that. With them, as I'm standing on their sideline, I'm like, oh, this team feels like a team that thinks that they can go win this year. And it's their first year in the SEC. Could you fathom if they were able to pull that off? You got Georgia with a whole entire offseason of being pissed off. Just a whole entire offseason being pissed off. Didn't make college football playoff. Florida State was pissed. Okay. They're not us, right? We're the reigning national champions. We lose one fucking game in the last 30 games pretty much, and we don't make it into the college football playoff, and we're not allowed to bitch because Florida State is incredibly mad. Kirby Smart just all offseason.
Yeah.
Literally every single workout, every single practice. Not even in top 4 in the country last year, remember that? Lose the SEC championship in our home, do that entire thing, and they've come out and just dominated people. And it's like Ohio State looks the part, Texas looks the part, Georgia still very much Georgia. It's like what other teams are going to sneak in there and be a part of the conversation? With this 12-team playoff, obviously there's going to be a lot more in the chatter, but how big is the difference in the gap going to be from the top couple to 10 through 12? And I think if you listen to Saban and them guys talk about, you bring 12 teams in there, you're going to see some.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see some first week is supposed to be a big week.
Yep.
It's going to be big, yeah. One-sided, potentially, is the message. I don't know if that's true this particular season because of the NIL and everything, but there already is seemingly leaders of the pack, and I'm excited to see who joins them.
Yeah, Ole Miss has been dominant, and even a team like Oregon, everyone's just kind of all right, Oregon, but it's been 2 weeks. They might turn it on and be unbelievable. But to your point about Texas, did you see the end zone cam of Quinn Ewers' first touchdown? When he threw that first ball to the tight end, they actually showed. As soon as he releases the ball, doesn't even watch it, turns directly to Michigan's D tackle and starts talking shit before they even scored the touchdown.
I'm telling you, the amount of confidence I saw on that sideline was, I don't think I've ever seen it before.
It's unreal.
I genuinely don't think I've ever, it was everybody.
It was authentic too. You said there's a difference between fake and authentic. Fake enthusiasm like that, there's a strength coach going, come on boys, let's get the game. Everyone keep your eyes on believe me, I do that with young kids all the time that I'm coaching. Hey guys, we can't be sitting on our helmets on the sidelines when our team's playing. Yeah, this is unbelievable. I think he looks to check to see if he's across the line of scrimmage, and then he's talking to old buddy.
Yeah, and because he could be potentially past line of scrimmage because he climbs up in the pocket. Once again, composure. Quinn Ewers is back. He's got a Manning in his quarterback room. Doesn't worry about it at all. College football is awesome this year. I'm very, very excited. You bring up Ole Miss, though. It's
dude.
Maybe.
Studs all over the place.
Maybe. Haven't really had to do anything, right? Obviously, they will. Lane Kiffin, I would love to see that for him. We just pulled up a clip from whenever he was the Raiders head coach. Do you know whenever he was coaching the Raiders in 2008, he sent Sebastian Janikowski out for a 76-yard field goal?
Oh, yeah. Remember that.
76, we pulled the clip.
I would. I'd send Seabass out there.
Absolutely. End of half, 76-yard field goal attempt. Sebastian Janikowski. I think he was into the wind, too. There was the commentator said, into a little bit of a breeze here. Obviously, he doesn't make it to the end zone, but they were up 15-zip, so we assume that Seabass hitting 5 field goals. And Lane Kiffin's like, maybe let's make it 6 with a 76-yarder. And Janikowski has a massive leg. But I remember this particular play because this weekend when Aubrey was lined up for 71, Greg Berhalter alongside Tom Brady were like, I think it's the first time this has ever been said. Brandon Aubrey from 71 here. And it's like, that is obviously a thing. One other time, and it was when Lane Kiffin was the head coach of the Raiders.
Yep.
His entire story, everywhere he's been, how it's gone, obviously a part of that football royalty family. If his team was to go in the SEC, it's like, that's great for college ball. And he's just been dunking on Paul Feinbaum.
Left and right.
Every other tweet, he's been going after him. It's like Lane Kiffin in the national prominence is good for college ball as well.
That's what's awesome this year, too, is typically in most years, with these top 10 matchups, especially in conference-wise, we maybe get one of those per year, but because the Big Ten is so big and the SEC is so big, there's a chance we're going to get 5 to 6 top 10 matchups in conference play multiple times throughout the course of the year. Everyone's talking about the October 12th, that weekend where we get Oregon, Ohio State, and whoever Texas plays. I can't remember if it's Georgia or whoever, but
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. But there's going to be multiple weeks this year where we're getting a Texas Georgia or a Texas Ole Miss, those types of games, and that was never a thing in the past.